Hey everybody, this is Mario. I gotta talk about this, okay? So I'm out here in the camper. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been out here all night. And it's because I've been designing a houseboat. An inexpensive houseboat. A tiny okay, first of all, if you go looking on YouTube, they have tiny boats. Then they have tiny houseboats. Well, see, my thing is to do something that's functional, innovative, and less expensive. Okay, so it turns out that one of the most popular boats, which is basically made out of plastic, is you can get a 5 by 12 foot boat, plastic, okay, for $650. Okay? Okay, now just go with me for a minute, because I'm telling you this is the cheapest. Cause you don't need a yacht. You don't need a yacht. You need to build this. Cause okay, I want you to hear my plans that I got mapped out. So it's a what did I say again? 5 by 12 foot boat. Okay, plastic. Okay, I intend to then put a it's the same width as the camper that I'm in now, which is 6 feet 6 inches wide, which is what I towed behind the tree is. Okay, which is what I'm going to do this. So anyway, so let's say 6.5 feet wide. On top of this boat, which is 5 by 12, I'm gonna put a platform that's 6 by 12. Okay, and then I'm going to basically build a 5 by 10, like what would you call it, 5 by 10 tiny home kind of on top of this. Okay, so it's really more like a camper. How's that? It's more like a camper. Okay, so because I'm gonna mimic this. I'm basically gonna mimic the inside of the A-liner. Okay, and I'm actually gonna do kind of an A-line, but I'm not gonna do the same pitch. So it'll be a little more shallow, and then it'll be flat on the top because I want to put solar panels across the top and on both sides. Okay, see what I'm saying? So I also going to build it out of sheet plastic because I found this stuff online. This guy was doing it, and then I went and found the material. They basically have 3/4 inch sheet plastic. Okay, which you could drill everything. So I ordered some 3/4 inch sheet plastic. I also ordered some 1/2 inch sheet plastic. I also ordered some 1/4 inch sheet plastic. I also ordered some 4x4 plastic studs. Got me? You go with me now? You follow me? All plastic so far, right? Screw bolt, butterfly, okay? Platform. So a big plastic platform on top of a plastic boat, okay? And then, okay, let me tell you, so that's the basic thing. So now, if you could just imagine that, the plastic boat. Now, on the sides of the boat, where it extends, the platform extends beyond the boat, I'm putting these pontoon pieces, which I'm basically getting already done. They got them for the stuff you use on the beach. So they're pre-done pontoon pieces. They call them extra large pool noodles, but they're like this big. And so those are going to be in each side of the platform, wherever it hangs over the boat. Okay, you got me? You following me? Now, weight distribution is going to be an issue, so I'm going to come to that in a minute. I'm going to come to that. Because I'm thinking, that's why I've been up all night. I'm thinking. Weight distribution. Okay, but let's just deal with the basic frame right now. So if you can imagine, so a plastic boat with a plastic platform. It's a 5 by 12 foot plastic boat that I'm putting a 6.5 foot platform on top of. Okay, then the boat parts I'm going to use for storage. See, that's where I'm going to put the water tanks and the boat part. The part you would normally be sitting in, I'm going to put the water tanks, both gray water and fresh water. Okay, and the batteries. So I'm going to have the gray water, fresh water, and battery tanks in the boat part underneath the platform. Got me? You ought to see the generic prices on that shit. It's cheap as shit. cheap. The tanks are like $100. Okay, I've got pumps, everything. So I'm gonna have hot and cold water delivery. Okay, on this thing, hot and cold water delivery. But I'm not done. I'm not done. So remember, I told you, 12-foot boat, 12-foot platform, 6.5 feet wide. So I'm putting in a flushable toilet. Now, why? The Camco 21-gallon flush tank on wheels is $96. That'll just disconnect and you roll it, connect it to the RV stuff, and then it'll just rinse it and everything. So now that it's that easy, I'm willing to do it. Only because I found the shit. It's that easy. Okay, so now I'm designing the boat so that at one end, at one spot, there's going to be a full-size toilet. Okay, that connects under, which is, and I'm gonna show you the prototype because I'm gonna build it in the yard before I installed it. I ordered the toilet already, $150 for the toilet. Okay, and then there's a valve underneath the toilet that goes to the $92 Camco waste tank that has wheels on it. It rolls. You stand it up. See, after you take it off, you stand it up. You roll it over to the thing and you hook up the thing and it just rinses. And you put a hose up here, rinses all through. Easy. So, okay, I saw the video. I posted it. I posted the video. Go take a look. $92 for the waste tank. So, $92 for the waste tank, $150 for the toilet. Like $40 for the valve. Okay, now, the toilet needs water. So I found a 5-gallon water tank. Okay, or, well, whatever. You can use the other water tank, but whatever. To put a pressure runner to the toilet for pressure was like $80. Give me a break. So, okay, so I just set up a separate system. So another 5-gallon water tank hooked to the pressure thing to go to the toilet. So now when you hit the toilet button, the toilet will actually flush. That'll go down the toilet into the Camco waste thing. And I'm not encouraging you to shit all the time anyway. Why can't you shit before you come? Shit at home. This is really because my ex made a big deal out of it, and I refused. And then I went and looked and found that I could design it for cheap. And since I could design it for cheap, I sat up and worked and I planned it. Now I designed multiple versions of the porter. In other words, since the Camco 21-gallon waste container is $92. So when we go out with multiple things, I'm going to make a version where that rolling Camco, okay, just imagine, $92, 21-gallon rolling Camco. I'm going to design it, put a platform on it, and just sit the toilet on there so it rolls. The toilet platform. Now, you can take the 4x4 toilet tent and just sit that over the whole thing. Now you got a 4x4 toilet tent with a flushable toilet. All you got to do is connect. Okay. You could either connect, you either connect hoses to the toilet, okay, you need the water, but you have the Camco underneath, but to flush the toilet, you need a hose connected to the toilet with pressure, right? But I'm saying, if you just hook the toilet to a tank, whatever size you want, I said 5-gallon because they're cheap. But you hook 5-gallon, then you got an $80 pressure thing that's RV, works by battery, whatever. So when you flush the toilet, it actually pumps water. Flushes the toilet. How much did that cost you? So I'm going to have the rolling toilet. I'm going to show you. Because I already designed it. That's what it costs, $150 for the toilet. I ordered the sheet plastic. You could use wood if you're just use wood. You know what it would cost you to supply wood? Nothing. Make a platform, a 4x4 wood platform, okay, that connects to the Camco rolling way system, some bolts and shit and bars, you know what I'm saying, and a platform. Put the toilet on the platform, and then when you sit and lay it down, you can put the tent over that. Oh, come on, that's genius. That's genius. That's genius. Because now your old lady can't say shit. Okay? You can't say shit. And here's the thing. I'm putting it like you could have a hot and cold water sink on the outside of the toilet tank for like $50, okay? $50. Because first of all, I'm setting it up the same system could be used for the shower. The portable shower is like $60. Battery powered, heats the water, boom. 5 gallon shower. You could take a 5 gallon shower, hook it up all in the same thing. So now you got a 5 gallon shower, toilet. I'm telling you, I'm working on this shit. I'm working on this because I'm not just about music. I'm also, and I'm also not just about machoism. I'm about designing. I've given in to the feminine mystique once again. So I've designed an outhouse, a portable version of an outhouse that I could take anywhere. So anyway, back to the houseboat. So in the houseboat, I'm putting this toilet. So the houseboat's going to have, the deck. I ain't done yet. Inside, you got the portable toilet, storage. Okay, same layout as in here. Same layout as in here. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it. Same layout like in here. Okay, the only difference is you get a little longer galley, okay? Because I'm not making a table setup quite the same. But it also have a TV and all that shit, okay? But it'll be similar, basically the same as this, okay? It's just that because I have the floor stuff, I'm putting stuff down in the floor, okay? All right? Stuff down in the floor. But I'm going to have a nice size refrigerator freezer, the same one I have in here. I'm going to get that one, okay? And it'll fit in the floor, but you can flip the top. Okay, see what I'm saying? In the meantime, I'll make a table that fits over whatever. So, something double use. Okay, so imagine again the houseboat. Now, notice how much we spent. I'm telling you. Has it been cheap so far? I'm telling you. See, that'll just get extravagant. You say, Mario, doctors. No, it's not about that. It's about being functional. I'm not even cheap. I just want to design it in a way that's the least costly and the best use. Okay, so notice all my material, I'm going to make it out of plastic, but y'all can make it out of plywood. Okay, same boat. The boat is $650. Come on, how much are we going to spend on this? It's already going to be glammed out. Okay, so now inside the boat, which you can decorate as you want. Okay, but I'm going to have a galley where I've already looked up the sink, which is cheap. It's under $100. 3-burner stove, under $100. I'm putting in a 3-burner propane stove and a 2-burner convection stove. A microwave. This is stupid. It's all cheap. You know what a microwave costs under $100? You can put whatever Okay, I'm getting one that's more. Remember, I'm putting in the energy system, you guys. Remember. So we're going to have 3 batteries. If you want to use all the battery power up for microwaving, then go ahead. Okay? I'm putting solar panels up there, 3 batteries in the middle of the boat. So mostly water storage and battery storage in the middle of the boat. Pontoons on the side of the boat. Now remember, the boat platform is 12 feet long. And we're designing a inside compartment that's 10 feet. It's 10 feet. That leaves me 2 feet. I'm going to explain that 2 feet. So let's finish with the inside. So the inside is 10 feet, flushable toilet, galley, bed, all of that storage. You can just imagine, okay? Shit that fits into the bottom of the boat. I told you, that's where the water storage goes, okay? All that, right? Propane heater, Mr. Buddy, all of that. Easy to heat, all of that, okay? See, that's all cool. No problem. All the windows and stuff, cheap as shit on Amazon. You ought to see it. Prefab, just cut a hole. Okay, all right. So, now, houseboat. I ain't done. So just imagine the inside decorated. Okay, how much have I spent? Now let's deal with this deck. You already got a flushable toilet, stove, refrigerator, all this shit inside. Queen size bed, memory foam mattress, just like I got in here in this glam. But this is a houseboat. Again, built on top of a $650 plastic boat frame, which is 5 by 12 feet in size. $650. And by the way, this is rampant on YouTube. I didn't invent this. I went looking for cheap boat platforms, and they had people building tiny houses on this same boat. Tons of them. This is the boat they use because it's cheap. $650. I said a bunch of times. Anyway, let's deal with this deck. So, I have 2 feet of deck out back. Now, this is what I have planned for the deck, which is 2 feet by 6.5 feet wide. 2 feet deck. Now, since that's 2 feet, I'm going to put on hinges, okay, a platform that'll fold out that gives you another 6 feet. Could be 8 feet. I'll figure out what it takes to put the pieces that come up, cut, hinge, some kind of way where it hinges, right? So that 2 foot wide deck, okay, when you have the platform built up, gives you like a little 2 foot wide little mini room, okay, on the outside. You see what I'm saying? So you got your 10-foot compartment, you step out onto a 2 foot deck. I'll figure out the door. I ain't figured out the door, but whatever. It'll be something, because the doors, any kind of door you got, they got them all cheap. So you step out on the mini deck, okay? So the mini deck has a piece that'll fold out 6 to 8 feet. I ain't decided yet. That same piece that folds out 6 to 8 feet, we put them same pool noodles underneath it. So when you fold it out 6 to 8 feet, it floats on the pool noodles. Then you put these bars across that then makes that rigid. So now you have a 6 to 8 foot deck with rigid support floating on pontoons out the back of the houseboat. How much did that cost you? You can make it out of plywood. I'm making it out of plastic. Okay. All right. So now that folds out. So now I have an 8 foot deck, 6 to 8 foot deck, floating out the back of my houseboat. Okay, wait. So on the 2 foot deck, so now, when it's folded up, like say it's cold or you don't have any visitors, you want the deck. You fold the deck up and it makes a 2 foot little mini room on the end of the houseboat. In that little 2 foot mini room, which is just the pieces folded up, it's open on both sides, right? I'm going to put a wood burning stove. Well, really, because it's not a stove, a wood burning fireplace. Because I want to, like I have outside in my yard, I have a little fireplace. So I'm going to put a little fireplace. So when I sit out on the back of the deck of the houseboat, I'll have a little wood burning fireplace on a swivel thing. So it rotates, right? So I have a little wood burning fireplace that rotates. Okay, right here. Some firewood underneath, right? Now, when you lay the platform deck down 6 to 8 feet and put the bars on the end and make it rigid, you can now put another tent for your friends on the deck. You could either just have people laying out, or you could just actually put another tent. And you saw the tent I made with the lights. So you could put a tent on the deck and have the wood-burning fireplace. This is how much did I spend? I'm telling you, I just designed this shit. That's why I'm up all night. I just designed this shit. This shit is cheap as shit. The plastic sheeting is the most, but say you made it out of plywood. You can imagine the cost. Again, the boat is $650. Okay? Then you need plywood, or like I said, I'm using sheet plastic. The toilet. The toilet tanks are like $100 a piece. The other tanks for water are like $40, $50 a piece. The toilet itself is $150. The pump is like $80. I'm telling you, it's $92 for the rolling portable waste management system. Okay, how much have I spent? So, like I said, I'm going to today. I'm about to go take some rest because I'm going campus tonight. But I'm taking my notebook and I'm writing all this stuff out. But I want y'all to hear because I'm up and I've been doing all this while smoking some good weed. So I have just designed the most economical houseboat that you could ever imagine. I'm going to be posting the plans to this. A 6 by 12 foot houseboat with a 6 by 10 foot, compartment, camper part, a 2-foot deck that then it will extend out another 6 to 8 feet as a floating deck that locks down rigid with a wood burning fireplace on the back. Oh, now I ain't done. Oh, I got one last thing. So, the state of the art 70, 55-pound thrust is the standard for most of these the little boat motors, the little ones, not the big outboards. I'm talking about the electric boat motors. There's one that I'm talking about because I'm using it. I'm putting it on kayaks and everything inflatable. That boat motor is $157. 57-pound thrust boat motor. I'm putting it on kayaks. I'm putting it on a inflatable boat. You're going to see that. That's not the houseboat. So, for the houseboat, I have already bought this other special motor that's coming, but I'm going to be able to hook this motor to the houseboat. This motor that's coming is a 70-pound thrust GPS navigating motor. So, and I put this motor on the front of the houseboat. It will drive the motor by app. It'll actually let me plot the course on the app. I can also just steer it to where I want to go. And say I found a great spot, I hit a button, and the app will record that so that the motor will be able to take me back exactly to that spot. I can also, when I'm ready to go home, hit the go home button, and the motor will drive the houseboat home. That whole system, state of the art, top of the line, is $1,700. Not $17,000, $1,700. Now remember, for those of you who don't want to do that, you could take this houseboat and move it around with that $150 motor. It's just going to move slow. It's a houseboat. Why are you trying to move fast anyway? You just want to move from spot to spot. We're not racing houseboats. What is this? Somebody will come up. Let's race houseboats. No, Mario, I challenge my houseboat to your houseboat. Whatever. They got stronger motors. I looked at one that goes up. They got stronger electric motors for like $250. If you want to get a bigger motor, you could put a regular outboard motor on this. I was just not going with gasoline and the whole heavy thing, see. But they make bigger electric motors that you can put on the front of the houseboat, that you could drive the houseboat around yourself if you don't want to spend the $1,700. And I remember I just told you, there's a $150 motor you can put on the houseboat. $150. And you're going to see me with it. Because I bought it to put on some kayaks. I bought 3 of them. I'm building an armada. We about to come, rolling in with my boys. We're rolling in my crew on the house. Well, I'm rolling in with a crew in kayaks, motorized kayaks. I already designed. I'm telling you. We rolling in. Electronics, state of the art, communications. I know, because I got no wife and no children. So, anyway, houseboat is coming. The deck, motor system, that is the most expensive item. That costs, I think, okay, the motor system costs more than the whole houseboat, right? So don't get that motor system. That state-of-the-art motor system is $1,700. Okay. All right. It's $1,700. You could take the regular $150 modem and add GPS navigation to it, and that'll be like $700. You see what I'm saying? So you could do a cheaper version. You could add like GPS to your motor. You could add like GPS for like $700 to a $150 boat motor and still use the app. I just didn't want to play with making all that work, but I could have done that. They got that. They got to add a GPS thing to a $150 motor is like $700. Okay? But I just opted for the 1700 top of the line, everything with the battery, all the frills, everything. And then I will see, and plus the extra thrust. It's not just a 55-pound thrust, that's a 70-pound thrust. Okay, so that's what's coming. So the motor at $1,700 costs more than the houseboat. I'm telling you I'm gonna do the budget, but I think the whole houseboat I'm bringing in the houseboat for $2,000. I think I am. Y'all add it up. I have to add the materials because the plastic sheeting is more expensive. But I'm gonna do a cost analysis with plywood, 3/4 inch plywood versus my plastic sheeting. Okay, or 1/2 inch plywood. Okay, or 1/2 inch plywood. 3/4 inch plywood on the bottom, 1/2 inch plywood on the sides. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So, and the deck is 3/4 inch. Okay, so I've been on here a long time. So anyway, this is Mario. I want you to see what the houseboat design, because that's what I'm doing. It's grand. Peace.